Disclaimer, I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. That's not Lava Shelter from Shadow the Hedgehog. Gaphouse and Gaphouse, is me, Camden, on channel Camden. And it's October, which is spooky month. And no, I'm not wearing the this jacket like I did in the Scoob review. Though I will next week. I'm wearing this because it's something kinda Spider-Man related. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage was a film released, well, last week, literally, which is a sequel to the Venom film, which came out in 2018, which is based off the Spider-Man villain, Venom, also known as Eddie Brock, played by Tom Hardy, which is, yes, Bang, and he always talks in a weird voice in every movie, and Tom Hardy acts more like an Adam Sandler character in the first film. And here, he still talks in a weird voice. We'll get into that in a bit. And in the first film, also, Eminem was a part of the soundtrack. I'm not kidding. The song was sped up due to copyright. I'm shady. Please don't get me. Or diss me in your next song. So yes, Venom, Let There Be Carnage was released. Critics seem to like it, as much as fans. Some say it's even better than the first one, while some fans didn't like the first movie, and some fans did. The critics didn't like the first. Me, well, it's dumb but fun. This one, well, we gotta see what my thoughts are on it. Does it bring the character of Carnage to justice? And the character of Venom to justice? And does Spider-Man ever show up? That last question. So yes, let's get on to it. First, we gotta talk about the characters. We already know who's the main character. Venom, played by non-Latino Bane. He doesn't talk like this either. He wallows around in a weird voice.
He keeps arguing with Venom the whole film. And basically, Tom Hardy is arguing with himself through the whole movie, which is actually very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, just seeing Tom Hardy just argue with this alien blob, and sometimes just in his head, it's just back and forth. When he's really just going back and forth with him, but with a voice modulator or whatever, and it's kinda cool. And that's one of the things I kind of like, their back and forth from the first. Yeah, basically this is about them being buddy again, which leads to them having more arguments. And
Venom, it's like, Eddie, I want to bite heads. I want to bite bad guys.
Eddie's all like, oh, you can't do that. You see, you can't do that. Yeah. I want to live a normal life. Though I got a parasite.
Parasite, apologize.
And yes, let the fan art between them two begin. Let there be fan art. Also, there's Venom having lights around him in one scene.
Amazing!
And also, can I point out their promotion and marketing campaign? On Twitter, the official account of Venom 2 has roasted some of their fans. Let's take a look. This person said, "You're worst, Venom. Roast me.
You don't own a mirror.
Roast me and my roommate.
You'll look better with your masks on.
Venom, roast me. On my way to see the movie now.
Be your best friend, but don't bring that blue hedgehog with you."
Feelings hurt. But, yeah, Venom. And some of his lines actually got a chuckle out of me.
chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No! We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen. What?
Nothing?
Oh, speaking of the tone of this, yeah, this movie has a pretty comedic tone, just like the first one. And some folks, the first Venom movie was dark and serious. Oh, no, it was not. Well, oh yes, it was dark. The third act, when Venom was fighting Riot, oh yes, is very dark, because I didn't know what was going on. But as the tone goes,
Do and eat both your arms and then both of your legs. Do you understand? Yes, so you will be this armless, legless, faceless thing, won't you? Rolling down the street like a turd in the wind.
give Zack Snyder a run for his money. Yeah, I seen Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon cartoons being darker than this. And yes, and also people said from the first movie, it feels like a late 90s, early 2000s movie. Like early 2000s comic book movie. And does the second one feel the same? A little bit, yes. Yes, I could see it being a bit like something from that era, actually. And more I think about it, if the Venom movie came out, like, back in 2007 or something, would Sam Raimi use the Eminem song? Or what if, in another timeline, Spider-Man 3 was in the making, Sam Raimi called up Eminem and said, "Hey, Eminem, can you, come over here and, sing a song? Make a rap song about, Venom?" Yeah, whatever. And yes, anyways, with every anti-hero, there is a full-on villain, Woody Harrelson, as Cletus Cassidy, also known as Carnage. That weird Ronald McDonald looking wig is gone. Thank Lord, because what is that? And you see, Eddie, we are not so different. You should reveal your secret identity in 2 days. If you don't, people will die. I'm a man of my word. Anyways, wrong villain. He's Woody Harrelson is actually not a bad choice for Carnage, actually. Now, is he in the movie? For what he's given, he's not bad. Though the thing is, this movie is not really that long, so yeah. I'm not gonna spoil what he does and what happens to him, but I'm pretty sure he maybe come back, since in the comics Carnage always returns in the weirdest ways possible, and since it's part of the MCU, which I'll get to later, which the MCU does get to the weirder side. Well, not too weird, but weird, parts of Marvel Comics, so. But yeah, he's pretty crazy in the movie, but I just wished he could have got more scenes of him and his Carnage symbiote just causing more chaos. Should have been just more of him, just more carnage, Hopefully he'll return someday and Spidey would fight him. And also, Shriek. Shriek is there. Honestly, she's not bad, I guess. And also, can I mention that one scene in the movie kind of reminds me of this. Reminded me of a bit of this. And I'm not going to spoil, because this movie just came out, and I am not spoiling movies that just came out. I never do that, though I did do that in my Sonic movie review. But yeah, here's the difference. The woman gets saved. But, yeah. So, Venom and Carnage. You're asking, do they fight in the movie? Yes. For one scene, actually. You have to wait for a bit. So, I want to say that the movie is an hour and 30 minutes long, which is not really that long. Should have gotten another 10 to 20 minutes. Wish we could have saw one or two more fights with Venom and Carnage, but hey, we might see them fight again in the future. Anyways, Venom 2 was not a terrible film, but it has some flaws, such as its very short runtime and its underusage of Carnage. But hopefully, the character returns soon, and we'll get to see the web-slinger fight him. And yeah, it's pretty entertaining with entertaining scenes, which Tom Hardy does a good job at voicing Venom and being Eddie Brock. Though he has a very, very weird voice and acts very, very weird. Woody Harrelson does a pretty good job as a character Carnage. And the CGI is pretty good. Also, some of its fight scenes, it's better to look at than the first one. In the first one, I could not tell what was going on and couldn't tell who was who. So Andy Serkis directed this film. Yes, Claw and or Monkey. Yeah, he directed this film. And yeah. And also, it's produced by Mr. Avi Arad. This guy. Film gets 7 donuts. Not enough Call of Duty. So stick around for the mid-credit scene. Cause, you should stick around. I won't spoil, cause, I won't spoil it at all. I won't spoil, at all what happens in the mid-credit scene. At all. I won't spoil, okay? I won't. What's this doing here? Huh. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just watch the mid-credit scene for yourself. Why am I hearing Eminem all of a sudden?